And at the W.A.C.A ground, England winning the toss and batting first, none for 7. Three there to Gooch. Not a convincing shot, but haven't got room in the scorecard to write down how you got them. No second slip. Amre is at third man. That's one area of the Indian game that really improved during the summer, their fielding. They worked through. And that's what Botham's here for, from England's point of view, to get things moving in the first 15 overs.
Well, I think it's quite clear from that shot that Ian Botham's had enough of poking around and trying to find the swinging ball. He's decided that he'll go and meet it down the pitch.
Big shout, but it came off the trousers.
Yes, Ian Botham looking to give himself a little bit of room here to swing the bat, but Kapildev very cleverly follows him, ducking that ball into him and cuts him in half.
He's bowled 4 overs for 16 so far. That could be out. That is out. A beautiful outswinger from Kapildev, and Ian Botham's on his way.
I think that was due to a little bit of frustration. Ian Botham trying to give himself a bit of room to hit the ball. A little bit of bounce there again, and the Perth wicket trying to give himself room to hit it too close to him. And a nice easy catch there for Kieran Morey. And England lose their first wicket.
Robin Smith on strike, and that's where he likes them, short and just outside off stump. He's punched that through the covers, and they should pick up 3.
Now Robin hits the ball pretty hard, doesn't he, Bruce? And I think he's hit that one pretty well, but he was still about 20 yards short of the boundary. It's a great shot there from Graham Gooch. Just a little too short on this very good Perth wicket, and Gooch is in behind it and has got rid of those shackles and hit a glorious shot just behind square, pulled it away, and I'm sure he'll be a little bit relieved. There he goes, pulling it away, lots of power.
That's what he likes. Will be definitely be 2, should be 3. This is a better over for England.
At third man, not the fastest of fielders. He's beaten that offside field. Very, very quick outfield here at the W.A.C.A ground. But he cannot afford to be short here in Perth, as Banerjee is finding out.
Banerjee's lack of cricket here, standing him in poor stead. The Sri Lankan umpire signals 4. But this is a dangerous period for the Indians. So much good work done by their first 3 bowlers, and Robin Smith looking to pounce on anything short. Banerjee offers him something, and 4 through mid-wicket.
Well, that's a cracking off drive. So plenty of those in New Zealand. We haven't seen many today, but it's probably the best shot so far in the England innings.
Robin Smith now starting to cut loose. A crucial stage now of the England innings. That's beautifully struck through the offside. It's a time now England need to accelerate. And Robin Smith, with that sort of power, is just the man to lead the onslaught.
Well, another cracking boundary. Give Robin Smith room. We're in danger of getting clattered through the offside all day long. Graham Gooch is limping a bit here. Don't know what he's done, but doesn't look too fit there, limping up and down. It looks like his knee.
Right.
His massive hit is that. Short of a length ball that stood up, turned. Robin Smith waited for it and smashed it straight into the outfield.
Well, if Robin Smith misjudged the pace of the early delivery in the over, this one he has timed horribly. It's gone many a mile. It's cleared the man at deep mid-wicket. It's bounced on the concrete in between those sadly largely untenanted seats, and that is a huge six.
Yes, that's a big boundary out there. You could see the man in the outfield feeling a good 15 yards in, but that cleared him. Well, it's the power of the shot from Robin Smith there, and those big boundaries. Great attempt by the fielder, but he's such a powerful lad. When he hits it, the ball keeps on going at one heck of a pace. He's waited for this. He's fallen down, but the ball's whistling away to the boundary. Great effort, but he can't stop it. Well, that's a very fine 50 by Robin Smith as he waves to his colleagues in the dressing room. Played some glorious shots as his innings has gone on. Well, that's what happens when you've got a runner. Everybody was looking at the throw to the stumps while Ian Bolton was 20 yards away running for Graham Gooch.
And that's Graham Gooch's 50. A very useful innings for England there. He battled through the early part of innings. India's bowlers held command. He's taken it through now, and he's joined Robin Smith as a 50 maker against India in his first World Cup game.
Well, some good running there by the England batsman. Ian Bolton doing his part as the runner.
That could be out. It is out. Sachin Tendulkar at the cover area. Graham Gooch decided to just go inside out, I think, over cover. Wasn't quite to the pitch. And he's gone for a well-made 51.
Yes, and Gucci trying to get after the spinner, as he does very well indeed this time. I think it might have just turned a bit, and he got a thickish outside edge, and Tendulkar there taking a very good catch low down. Having said that Ravi just got the yips, I think he's got a very important wicket for India, because Graham can demolish spinners, as we've all seen before. 19 overs left after this, and England with a very... Well, that's a very fine shot indeed to open your account there. A tremendous drive over mid-off. One bounce 4. And Graham Hick opens his account.
A glorious stroke, like he was to... It looked like he was going to drive it along the ground and then just decided to pick it up with the bottom hand and hit it for 4. That could be out. That is out. Caught behind.
Well, that's... When things aren't going for you, they just don't go for you, do you? We've seen a world-class shot from Graham Hick to open his account. And there we are. First delivery plays out and misses. And the second one, he nicks. When it's not going for you, it's not going for you. There he goes, just a faint outside edge, straight forward. And just what India needed, because he certainly is capable of playing some very, very fine knocks.
Been a good comeback by Banerjee. Gee, that's...
I mean, that's absolutely fearsome, isn't it? That's an absolutely... I mean, that's gone 100 metres again, and he smashed it away. for 6, and that is the longest part. I mean, that's an amazing shot. Absolutely amazing shot.
I was just saying, I've done him, haven't I, like a dinner here. I'm just saying, like, his first 3 overs cost him 25. Have a look at this. That is huge. It's 100 metres to the fence.
And it's still gone about 4 or 5 rows back.
That's hit pretty well. He's just pitching a bit too short to Banerjee. And Fairbrother slipping there. Yes, that 6 took my mind back to Trent Bridge when he smashed a 4 off Merv Hughes. That was a cut shot. I don't think I've seen one hit harder than that, David.
You probably will never see one hit harder again either. And Robin Smith said so many times in England that he is one of the strongest hitters of the cricket ball anywhere in the world. And it's a frightening place to field, either at point there to a man like that or in the deep.
Beautifully bowled. He really is a fine bowler, and he's been in tremendous form this summer, Kapil Dev.
This is a typical one-day tussle here, of course. Robin Smith as a batsman trying to outfox the bowler. The bowler, of course, trying to guess what the batsman's going to do next. First ball of the over, Robin Smith rocked back to look and pull it. This ball, he's come forward again to try and give himself room to hit the ball, and Kapil Dev's seen him coming. He's angled it in. It's come in through Robin's body and safely through to the keeper.
Placement is good. He's a hard man to bowl to because he's trying to do something different all the time, and he's making Kapil Dev's job very difficult.
Even given that, you have to say it wasn't a great ball from Kapil Dev. Too short, too far down the leg side. Robin Smith very, very quickly onto the back foot here. And he's hit it up, he's hit it high, but he's found the gap, and no danger of either of those two fielders at long leg or square leg there even really having to do much at all apart from throw it back and wait for the next ball.
That's well hit. Base of the fence.
Well, English viewers will have seen Neil Harvey Fairbrother will have seen him in full flow in England over the years for Lancashire. His international opportunities have been limited. He had a very good score against the West Indies at Lord's earlier last year, and that's perfectly struck.
Long on goes back now, and the 50 partnership coming in 42 minutes. Beautifully hit again. Srikkanth, and they'll get an extra one. Oh, that's well taken. In fact, it might have just got out, but it was hit like a bullet. Azharuddin is excellent in the field.
It's a key position just behind square there on the offside. And you could say that, well, you'd expect someone of Azharuddin's class, very good catcher of the ball there, to have taken that.
Chance here for Srikkanth. And well taken. Good catch.
Never easy, those balls coming over your shoulder. Nice clear blue sky here today at the W.A.C.A. And Neil Fairbrother, who'd just been starting there to open his shoulders, to take the attack to the Indian bowlers. A slight miscue, it's come off the leading edge. It's gone straight up in the air there. It's Srikkanth who's had to go back 10 metres or so, keep a beady eye on the ball. Did well, kept his hands high there, perfect catching position. He's quite relieved to see it stick, I think. England now 4 for 197 in the 43rd over.
He's caught that one. Azharuddin, that is a brilliant catch. And unfortunately, Robin Smith is not going to be the 3rd century maker of the day. Beautifully caught off one that was hit right from the middle of the bat.
Well, we're talking only a couple of minutes back about Azharuddin fielding in that key position just behind square on the offside. He dropped a hard chance from Neil Fairbrother. This time Robin Smith, he's hit it straight at him. He's taken this one very, very cleanly, straight into the hands, very cool, very calm, very confident. And it brings Robin Smith's fabulous innings to an end. England 5 for 198.
Well, that's nicely placed. There you get an example of how quick that outfield is. Might as well wait for someone to throw him back to you down there. That brings up the 200.
A bit of poor football there. Chris Lewis can hit it all around the park.
Well, he's hit that very high, and Banerjee's under it, and that's a fine catch. I think that was Keppel's slower ball, and Chris Lewis went for the big hit down the ground. Banerjee took a very fine catch there down long off, and the Indian supporters love it.
Yes, Chris Lewis had set himself, as I thought, to hit this. Just a little slow there, like an off-spinner. He got into it too soon and skied it up in the air. It went up a long, long way. It was never going to go for 6. So a long way, great camera work, and caught nice and simply by long off.
And he slashed that away down the third man, and it's a tremendous bit of fielding there by Prabhakar. Dived full length and made a tremendous stop. Off he goes again. Bowlers are expected to do this all the time, Jeffrey, aren't they? Bowl their overs and field like demons. And again, it's a tremendous shot by Alex Stewart. Short and wide. Bad bit of bowling there by Srikkanth. And it's given Alex Stewart the chance to slice it over gully in between the two outfielders. She's into the 4th offence.
Yes, he's given him width here. At this stage of the game, you shouldn't be giving batsmen width. Bowl straight or bowl it full. Either way, but don't give them width, particularly on a pitch that's got a bit of bouncing. Look at that, there's width there. Get some wood on it, straight over the top of point. You've only got 9 fielders. You can't have them everywhere.
And Derek Pringle skied that. And that's a very, very simple catch there for Srikkanth. And England lose another wicket in the 47th over. And the Indian chaps there in their turbans.
Well, this is an extraordinary shot. It's neither one thing nor the other, look. It just sort of flips at it to the onside. It goes straight off the face or outside edge, straight up in the air, and there's about 3 men in the covers could have caught that very simply. Just gave his wicket away there, Derek Pringle. Take your singles, wait for the ball that's really there that you can clatter to the boundary. That keeps the scoreboard moving along.
Well, that's another wicket, but I suppose we're in the 48th over now. But having just lost Derek Pringle, I think Alec was a guy that was in, and he won't be very happy with that, I don't think, because that's another wicket, and we're left with, here we go again, charge down the track, missed it, and that's another wicket. And England now 8 for 2-2-3. Oh my goodness, it's a very good bit of cricket there by Keppel Dev. He took his time. I'm not sure what Philip Defreitas was thinking about, but I mean the ball just went straight down the wicket, straight back to Keppel Dev, and Philip wanted a run. I'm not sure what he was thinking about at all.
Well, I've been involved in some funny run-outs myself, but I've never tried to run one to the bowler. Oh, he's out by a yard now.
Again, another silly wicket, and we've got the very unwantable sight, really, of Philip Tufnell having come to the wicket, Jeffrey.
Well, it's unwantable.
But with one ball left, there's a field change. Azharuddin has decided to put his long leg back and bring up mid-off, and I think you can bet your bottom dollar Dermot will try and hit it over mid-off somewhere. There he goes down the wicket. He's well bowled by the bowler, and Philip Tufnell's coming back for second, and the catch gets in very easily. And it's 2 runs off the last ball, and England finish their total with 9 for 235.
Well, that's a good performance by both teams. I think England are after a slow start would be quite pleased with that 9 for 235, and yet in another way they would thought they probably should have made 250. McReeve, the not-out batsman, didn't have much opportunity to shine. Did his bit at the end, and so did Philip Tufnell partnering him. Graham Gooch had to work very hard for his 51, but got into good form after the early overs. Ian Botham couldn't get off to a flying start, but he'll get other chances. Robin Smith played absolutely fabulously. Again, was made to struggle with the early bounce and the swing, but once he got into his stride, he really did play some glorious drives. Graham hit came and went. Neil Fairbrother, very pleased for him. He's had very little cricket in New Zealand with England. Came along very impishly, scampered up and down for singles, clipped a few good shots. He'll feel good. And then the sort of later batsman hit out and got out, you might say. So finally England finished up with 9 for 235. A pretty good total.
We welcome the leading junior cricket club, who will do a lap around.
Well, the bowling figures from India, I thought Kapil Dev did very well early on. And Prabhakar with his swing bowling. I thought the two opening bowlers did really well. They made England struggle so hard because of the swing. Never really pitched anything up. They did bowl the odd wide, but on the whole that was because they were swinging it around. Tendulkar was the surprise pack. He's none for 37. Many of us have never seen him bowl. All in all, a pretty competent performance.
Derek Pringle is the opening bowler from the members' end. Shastri is off the mark. That's the sort of shot that Srikkanth loves to play over the infield.
And it's a stroke that's got him into some sort of trouble against the pace of McDermott and company, but against the gentler pace of Derek Pringle, it's not a bad little lob shot, and he'll take two all the time.
Not too fussy which direction they go in, Srikkanth.
And that'll do as good as anywhere, over the top of the slip cordon. Pringle just short, giving him a little bit of width, and up and over he goes. Some very fine work by Defreitas, restricts the total to 1.
And finally, Srikkanth lets loose and connects. He's let loose a couple of times, but hasn't really connected properly.
And that's the swat he's been looking for 6 overs. He's finally middle one. Pringle over pitching, and the open blade mid off, plenty of room over Robin Smith's head, and Srikkanth takes 4.
Great strike there, a little bit of width. He does latch onto those very quickly. Srikkanth just throws the bat at the ball, doesn't mind where it goes as long as he gets the ball in the middle of the bat.
Unfortunately, Derek Pringle following a very good ball with a not very good ball. Just the sort of width that a man like Srikkanth will use every time. He likes to fling the bat. When he connects like that, there's absolutely no doubt at all as to where the ball's going to end.
Another glorious off drive. But England have had mid-off deep for a couple of overs now. They're saving the boundary. That wide ball again. Philip Defreitas, he only wants to get about a foot wider than you want it, and he's onto it like a flash. He just clubs it away behind square.
The Indian bowlers earlier in the day showed England the way. They bowl nice and straight. They proved that Any width is going to be dangerous. It's now up to England to follow that lead and keep the ball on target.
Oh, big shout there, not playing a shot. That is dangerous. Just bowl him an outswing, and that one just angling in. Question of whether it did enough.
Dermot Reeve bringing this ball back in against the breeze. Very, very straight, we'd have to say, from here. Dermot Reeve certainly believing that he had a chance of a decision in his favour there. Now there's a gentle breeze helping Dermot Reeve.
Well, he thumped that into the fence. Again, just a little bit of width, plenty of swing there. But if you just get that outswing there, setting off a little bit too wide, and then it swings wider, he just thumps straight into it. Clears the field, and it's 20-30 yards wide of the mid-off or long-off running round. I don't know why they don't bowl straighter at Srikkanth. Try and make him hit across the line to the onside. Well, he's picked that slower ball. I mentioned about the slower ball. He's picked that easily, waited for it, and clubbed it. And his right hand into that.
Well, while Jeff Boycott's still looking for the whack in the background, Dermot Reeve is still suffering as he comes into the breeze at the whacker here. And this time it's Ravi Shastri who takes advantage of some width, finds the gap perfectly past Chris Lewis, who is going to chase that, but we know he's not going to get there.
Krishnamacharya Srikkanth. It's 4 more. Reminded me of Boyks here back in 78-9.
It's a mouthful after tea, that, Bruce. Christ, we just call him Chris, and he's playing the way that I've seen him play a few times. Unfortunately, I've been on the end of it on 1 or 2 occasions, and very, very frustrating man to bowl to.
It's marvellous, isn't it? He plays differently in Test cricket. The series here against Australia, the Test series here just finished against Australia, he tended to try and block them a bit and just didn't look like it.
Yeah, he can't do that, I'm afraid.
That's 4 more, I would say, over square leg. That'll run for 4. It's a long way out there, but the outfield's fast.
I think the fieldsman was hoping he was going to go for 4 because it's a long way in from there. And especially since it was a captain who's got very dodgy legs, he had to chase that about 100 metres out there, and I think he was hoping it was going to go. It's too short again by Philip Defreitas, and I mean, that's a very, very fine shot. The feet movement perhaps not classic, but very effective indeed.
Oh, that's up in the air. That should be out. Well caught, Bob. He loves it.
Well, that's Chris Srikkanth all over, that is. Plays 2 fabulous shots, and instead of just trying to knock one back down the pitch, he seems to get attuned to playing a shot at every ball. And this is the consequence. Philip Defreitas pitches it up a good length ball for a change. And that man that Australia love or love to hate, very safe pair of hands indeed. That's one thing he can do, and that's catch. You might have thought it was a hamburger, though.
Srikkanth is out for 39. It's 1 for 63. Dermot Reeve. And that is out. That is a brilliant catch. A magnificent diving catch by Alex Stewart. Sensational stuff.
And that's a really important wicket there for England. A great delivery to receive first ball. Just left him off the pitch, bounced, and Alex Stewart completed a very fine catch. Great line, just left him, and a fine catch there by Alex Stewart, just tumbling to his right. And that is a very, very big blow for India. and you can see Azza there, disgusted. It was a good delivery. I don't think he could have actually done much about it. It was off stump, left him. He was good enough to nick it. And the score is 2 for 63 here at the W.A.C.A. And Azza has got that little duck by him. One ball, what they call a golden duck.
Defreitas, Tendulkar's rock on the back foot. Glorious shot.
That was a very fine shot indeed. We saw Srikkanth play a couple of those and clobbers it over wide mid-on with great authority. A couple of bounces into the fence there.
They'll run 3, it might run for 4. Big Derek Pringle, they've run 4. It's a long boundary out there.
That looks really another class shot. He just got himself in a position over by the off stump. Another very fine shot from obviously what looks like a very classy player.
Worked away behind point by Shastri. They'll pick up 3. Tendulkar's pretty quick. It's too wide. That's a magnificent back cut. That is 4 runs. Glorious shot from Tendulkar.
I think with this very quick outfield and superb timing that little man's got, I would like to see the back of him very shortly, actually, for England's sake. There we go again, just a bit too wide, but in a great position, and rolls the wrists and gets obviously a lot of power with that heavy bat as well, and the quick outfield rushed over for 4.
Trouble is he's got a few out as well.
Defreitas saving a run there. Long chase for him. It's plenty of territory out there for him to protect.
He's been impatient the last few overs to try and pierce this well-set field. Phil Tufnell just dragging it down a little bit there, paying the penalty. India 2 for 119.
And well taken there by Alex Stewart. So once again, just that little bit of movement off the track has done the job for Ian Botham.
It's a very good wicket for England at this stage. Tendulkar looking very good, played very well again today. Had a good season already, but just defeated there by Ian Botham. Opened him up, the outside edge to Alex Stewart. Ian Botham's learned to jig from somewhere. It's not the same jig he used 15 years ago when he first started playing cricket for England. India 3 for 126.
That's a good shot. That should be 4. Straight down the ground. Had a long boundary straight here at the W.A.C.A. Get it through the infield here. They'll pick up 2 here. It's ricocheted off Botham's shins, I think. A handy 2 runs. And that's Ravi Shastri's 50. He's 51 not out. That's the view that young Camberley will have down the pitch. That's the stump vision. And he's out, he's caught. Graham Hick has taken a great catch. Botham struck again. Must have got that high on the bat.
Camberley leads. He's disappointed because he's tried to go against the old pro on the up. You can't do that against the old stages on this deck. And Hick moves well to his right. Once, twice, 3 times. That'll do. So he held it up. Gooch is ecstatic. Hick takes the catch. And Camberley's disappointed. You can't drive on the up in Perth against the seam. Camberley tried it and leaves for 3. India in trouble, 4 for 140.
Now, how smart is that from Botham? Shastri's given himself some room, hasn't he? Outside, stepped away outside leg stump, and Botham's chased him. Brilliant bowling.
Yes, and the ploy of bringing all these all-rounders into the England team working here at the W.A.C.A tonight, and that's over the wicketkeeper's head. Tufnell makes ground from third man. Ravi Shastri takes 2 from a very thickish edge, but it appears that Ravi, with that backlift, is incapable of driving people like Botham down the ground on the up, so he's really now looking for these edges and hoping the odd one goes for 4. So an ugly looking stroke, but he'll take 2.
Well, there's desperation there. Defreitas has dropped. He's going to run him out. Yes. Well, what a calamity for Shastri. Great fielding by Defreitas after dropping the catch.
Well, there we go. That was total desperation, wasn't it, Jeffrey? He was trying to knock Daffy out the way. He got so far down the wicket, up it goes, just short of a length. Defreitas goes to catch it. Should have perhaps caught it, missed it, but Ravi thinks there's a single there, and Daffy redeems himself by throwing the stumps down there, full length. And I'm sure that's got to be the final blow back for India. But one mustn't obviously forget Kapil Dev, who is on his way out to the wicket, I'm sure, now. And India high for 149.
Oh, super shot, helping it round. Good attempt to field it, but it was a shot, it was a super shot. Pringle tried to tuck him up, he just paddled it round. He's such a good player, a world-class all-rounder, Kapil Dev.
Yes,
well, that's a better ball. He's pitched it up. Nearly caught. Oh, yes, my goodness, that was a good effort. Just by pitching it up, he nearly got a wicket. A fantastic catch by Chris Lewis.
I don't think anybody else would have got that close, would they, Jeff? I mean, that was unbelievable. He ran back from deep gully.
Ball slices off the bat, up in the air. Chris Lewis running, ball coming over his shoulders, gets his hands to it, nearly holds it. Oh, on the second attempt. Oh, he's hit that down the pitch. Just as I said, I thought he got to get a boundary or 2. He used his feet beautifully, Kapil Dev.
There we go again, come down the wicket and hit it in the place where cricketers call cow corner, and he's really given that a very, very good heave, and 4 runs resulted from it.
It's up, it's up, it's up, there's a man under it, and it's out. That's the wicket England wanted. The great Kapil Dev, caught by Defreitas in the deep.
He's laughing there, Jeffrey, because I think it actually bobbled out a bit there, and he, the one he dropped off Ravi Shastri off his own bowling, I think that just came out for a bit of air, but he finally clung onto it at the end.
Well, it won't matter whether it bobbled or not. Kapil Dev whacked at it, it went up in the air, lights up in the air. In he comes Defreitas, and he catches it, and tomorrow morning's paper will say that he caught it, whether it bobbled or not. And Kapil Dev's out. And in.
That's the spot to hit him. Tufnell at fine leg, or short fine leg. Someone's going to be run out. And now the question is, who's got to go? And Peter McConnell is pointing to Amre and saying he is the one who's got to go. That was a real mix-up.
Good piece of fielding here from Phil Tufnell. He He did well to keep his eye on the ball, to pick it up cleanly there. And although
Smith. Good effort. Oh, and here's another mix-up. And Kieran Moray has been given out. He didn't even bother to look around at the umpire. He was safely home if he hadn't been the hesitation. Nor that one. It may have been a little inside edge before it hit the stumps. But Dermot Reeve doing the job here in finishing out with Chris Lewis.
Dermot Reeve doing exactly what he's been asked to do. Given the last 2 overs to bowl from one end here to finish off this Indian innings.
Beautifully struck. Gooch won't get that. Gooch coming in from long off, and he won't get there. So they've got the 2 off that ball.
Well, you have to say that 2 ball is not impossible. And it doesn't matter how you get them, whether you find the gap by hitting the ball high into the gaps or by placing it specifically into the gaps. There's a lot of space on this big W.A.C.A ground.
Going back at long on, back, and not far enough. It's into the stands, and that helps. Beautifully hit.
Well, that really has put the cat amongst the pigeons. No doubt about it. Hugely struck. Cleared the man at long on. 6 runs means that India's target now off the final over. 11 runs for victory. And one more blow like that, and Graham Gooch will certainly not be smiling.
That's very well bowled. Oh, now, and it's all over. Ian Botham doesn't take any chances, runs in, takes the bails off himself. That was a good piece of bowling by Chris Lewis. Banerjee, I think, deciding that he really needed to take the strike, didn't run, and he's been told where he went wrong now by Srikkanth. Mate, you should have run. I could have done it.
Banerjee, in fact, was forced back onto the back foot by that Chris Lewis delivery. And although he managed to get it out on the offside, you can see that he's back on the back foot. Ian Botham is in, genuinely saving the one, keeps his head. There's a lot of good cricketing sense in that head of Ian Botham's. He's kept his head there. He spotted Srikkanth on his way down. Ian Botham wraps up the game for England. Will be relieved. They've been tested there by India. Relieved to win it, and they get off to a good start in this competition.
It's the Indian scorecard, all out for 227 with Srikkanth run out with 4 balls remaining in the game. Banerjee, a very good knock there, 25 not out. But once again, as India had problems during the summer in the World Series Cup competition, nobody really going on with the job. You've got the start there at the top from Srikkanth and Shastri, but no one really going on and getting the big score as Smith did in the England innings. Tendulkar, a very good 35. Good bowling performance from Ian Botham. In fact, Ian Botham was probably the man who got England back into the game when things were running along quite nicely for India. A very important wicket when he got rid of Tendulkar, a very dangerous player.